The fire sign of Aries is ruled by Mars. Some serial killers under this sign include Richard Kuklinski, also known as the Iceman. He engaged in criminal activities, including but not limited to operating a burglary ring and distributing pirated pornography. Between 1980 and 1984, he carried out a minimum of 5 murders, with prosecutors characterizing his actions as driven by a motive for financial gain. Herbert Mullen. Herbert Mullen killed 13 people in California in the early 1970s. Mullen believed that the Vietnam War had produced enough American deaths to forestall earthquakes as a blood sacrifice to nature. But with the war winding down by late 1972, he would have to make that quota up himself. Donald Harvey. Donald Harvey claimed to have murdered 87 people, though official estimates are between 37 and 57 victims. He was able to do this during his time as a hospital orderly. His murder spree took place between 1970 and 1987. The air sign Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Some serial killers under this sign include Jeffrey Dahmer, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal, who killed and dismembered 17 males between 1978 and 1991. Most of Dahmer's victims had been rendered unconscious prior to their murder, although some had died as a result of having acid or boiling water injected into their brain. Many of his later murders involved necrophilia, cannibalism, and the permanent preservation of body parts. David Berkowitz. David Berkowitz, known as the Son of Sam, pled guilty to 8 shootings that began in New York City on July 29, 1976. Using a .44 caliber Bulldog revolver, he killed 6 people and wounded 7 others by July 1977, terrorizing New Yorkers. It was the biggest manhunt in the city's history, while leaving letters that mocked the police and promised further crimes. Kenneth Bianchi. One half of the Hillside Stranglers, Kenneth Bianchi, committed at least 10 murders with his cousin in Los Angeles and 2 more on his own in Washington. His preferred method of killing? Strangulation. The earth sign Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Some serial killers under this sign include Ed Gein, aka the grandfather of gore. He was a murderer and body snatcher. In 1957, authorities discovered that he had exhumed corpses from local graveyards, fashioning keepsakes extracted from their bones and skin. Soon after his mother's death, Gein began to create a woman's suit so he could crawl into his mother's skin. Henry Lee Lucas. Henry Lee Lucas, aka the Confession Killer, was convicted of murdering his mother in 1960 and 2 others in 1983. He gained notoriety as an alleged serial killer while incarcerated for these crimes, when he falsely confessed to approximately 600 other murders. Lonnie Franklin. Lonnie Franklin, better known by his nickname, the Grim Sleeper, was responsible for at least 10 murders and 1 attempted murder in Los Angeles, California, from 1984 to 2007. Lonnie earned his nickname when he appeared to have taken a 14-year break from his crimes, from 1988 to 2002.